to another episode of Backyard Project. Anyway, it is beginning of, well, it's now middle of fall, and we're gonna have our first cold snap tonight. So this is kind of what I like to do whenever I'm getting ready for fall. So I went ahead and cut down all of my cannas, and I know it looks like I just butchered them, which I did. But I end up taking my cannas and then I just lay them down on the ground. They kind of give me a little bit of a buffer, and they kind of help insulate it a little bit better. But I also have to take out my alocasia elephantiers. Now, if you don't know what the difference between a calocasia and alocasia, calocasia is where the elephant ears swing back and forth and they hang down. The alocasia, like an alligator, go up. So let me show you what an alocasia looks like. So this is what an alocasia looks like. So you notice that it points straight up in the air, and it also tends to have a little bit more of a wavy leaf, and they're a little bit more leathery. Now I don't know if it's so much leathery because it's been cold lately or what, but the reason why I wait until the very last minute to take these out is because these things do not overwinter very well, and they tend to not want to come back to life. So I, like on my calocasias, the ones that hang down, I just basically cut them off, take the bulb, put it in a storage that stays above freezing. But these, I actually have to leave the leaves on, or I'll leave a couple of the leaves on, but I'll go ahead and dig it up and I'll put it somewhere that kind of stays warm but not too warm so they don't grow. But I basically just kind of have to cut them off and put them in the storage unit because they do not like to come back from the bulb. So anyway, that is just one of the many things that I have to do today. For another part of my fall project to get ready for winter, I have to cut down my bananas. Now, I miss my bananas when they're not up, but I need to cut them down. Now, I could probably get away with leaving them up, but what I like to do is just kind of have a proactive approach. So I just take something nice, like a butter knife or a steak knife actually works really well. And then I basically, hopefully you can see that, I cut down at an angle, and then I just throw the leaves down. Just like that. Isn't that sad? I know that the stems are probably going to die back to the ground, and that's fine. I know that that's something that could happen. Sometimes they do, depends on how bad your winter is, but I kind of expect it already. So I just kind of cut down at an angle like that, and I'm just gonna throw it down beside it because it kind of works like leaves, you know. Pretty darn heavy. Now, whenever these have actually had a full year to grow, so whenever I grow them next year, they'll be way over my head, and they're even heavier then. But they're not as big this year because I just planted them from moving them from my other house. Just so, what was it, July? So they haven't really had a full time to grow, but these things will get massive. I have a friend that his get probably 25 foot tall. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, it'll be over his house. So anyway, just wanted to show you how I cut down my bananas. This is another fall project that I have to do right before it freezes, because today it's supposed to be like 19 tonight. So anyway, this is super easy. I don't know if you know it, but you can actually carry over your geraniums. Now, I forget the technical name, and I know that these aren't technically geraniums, but everybody calls them geraniums. But anyway, basically what I do is kind of take them out of the pot, and I'll take off some of the soil, but I'll leave some of the soil, and I'll end up putting it in a tub of just dry peat moss, or just kind of a medium that doesn't get wet. I'm gonna put these in a storage unit that stays over freezing, but not too warm, not too cold. And I will just basically take these out, sit them down. Oh, I do want to go ahead and cut off the flowers though, because no sense in doing that in the storage. And even save this. If it lives, it lives. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Not a big deal. And that is basically all I do. So yeah, look at that. And I've had some of these for going on 3 years, and people always think I'm crazy when I do this, but hey, When you are a gardener and gardening is so expensive, you will find every way to save money. Anyway, cut off the flower, call it done, put them in a nice warm place, not too warm, and call it done until next spring. Thanks again, guys. Bye.